Egg girl attacks at the CWA. Let's have a look. Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of Heiser Says. I've got my Stein here and I thought we'd talk about this because Prime Minister Scott Morrison, who's currently campaigning, was at the CWA. That's the Country Women's Association. I tend to think of scones, cookies and bake sales when I think of the CWA. I don't think of political attacks or egg attacks. And now this is Egg Girl. Remember we had Fraser Anning was attacked by Egg Boy and he got $80,000 or $80,000 donated to him. And I haven't heard anything back from the donation organization that I contacted about rewarding someone for an act of violence. I'm still waiting. I'm sure I'll get that response. So let's have a read through this. And this is breaking news. This just happened a few minutes ago, or an hour ago. So Prime Minister Scott Morrison egged by protester in Albury. A young woman has been removed from a function in Albury after she approached the Prime Minister from behind before attempting to crack an egg on his head. So she failed. So even when, Egg Boy at least managed to crack the egg, the women didn't. So is this the egg gender cracking gap that I've identified here, guys? Let's have a look at some of the footage. And I will... This is from Sky News.
Team. So this is just happened at the Country Women's Association. You can see very...
There you go, you can see here.
You can see very quickly an arm in a sort of lighter colour there. Appears to have...
So there you go, look, there she is. And she's cracking him on the head. So it bounced off Scomo. So maybe his head's too tough. Still, let's have a look. Let's keep going. So Prime Minister Scott Morrison has been hit over the head with an egg while campaigning at the Country Women's Association in Albury. The young woman behind the attack was quickly apprehended by security guards and marched away. Well, see here how a politician, a Prime Minister, has security. Why don't our senators have security? Why do our senators need to depend on their supporters? And then the supporters are fined. So... it looks like the egg basically just bounced straight off Scomo. This just happened at the Country Women's Association. Yeah, I know. It's a bit sad. The egg reportedly did not crack. It didn't crack. Maybe it was like some vegan fake egg. Or maybe she boiled it. That would probably be worse. How can you not manage to crack an egg? I mean, I give an egg to... My children literally will pick an egg up and it'll disintegrate as they hold it in their hand to get maximum mess over everything they can. That's the law of nature. You put you get an egg and you just gently put it down somewhere incorrectly and it'll explode. It will explode. It's a requirement by law that the eggs do this. So you're pretty lame if you can't manage to crack an egg. Probably weak. I bet you she's a vegan. What do you reckon? What do you think? She's a weak vegan, just couldn't have that muscle strength. She didn't eat enough lettuce in the morning. Let me know what you think in the comments. It's the second time in 2 months that a politician has been egged in public. Well, yes. Yes, it is. In March, far-right independent Senator Fraser Anning was egged by a 17-year-old boy in Melbourne. Well, he's a member of he's got his own party now, so does that still make him independent? Okay, Scott Morrison came off reasonably well from the egg. He quickly helped up a poor old woman who appeared to have been taken the blood of the impact. In response, Senator Anning tried to punch the young man before he was pushed to the ground. Well, no, he successfully punched him, didn't he? Or he slapped him. And I'm sure Anning wouldn't have done that to a woman, just out of reflex. But a young bloke, it's, there's some inherent biases in humans, guys. What do you think about all this? It's just embarrassing that this is happening in Australia now, in our political system. It really is. It really is. So one more thing I want to look at. So let's now have a look at Scott Morrison's response. I literally finished the other video and this just came out, so we'll read through it. So Prime Minister Scott Morrison has been hit over the head with an egg at a CWA election function in Albury, New South Wales. So Prime Minister Scott Morrison hit over an egg, we've read that. Television footage of the incident shows a young woman wearing a beanie, of course, and wielding a 6-pack of eggs attempting to crack an egg on Mr. Morrison's head. And here we go. My concern about today's incident in Albury was for the older lady who was knocked off her feet. I helped her up and gave her a hug. Our farmers have to put up with these same idiots who are invading their farms and their homes. Ah, so it's the same mob. I'm not surprised. You know, who bet me a carton that it was a vegan? Someone did. The Prime Minister reacted as if an object or a hand touched his head, but the egg appeared to have flown off his head and was later found whole and unbroken. Wow. So a vegan protester, I'm just assuming there, but too weak to even crack an egg. My 16-month-old or nearly 2-year-old can do that. An older lady at the function was knocked to the ground and the alleged attacker was quickly ushered away by security. We will, he repeats that tweet, we will stand up to thuggery where it's these cowardly activists who have no respect for anyone or militant unionists standing over small businesses and their employers on work sites. Look at that. Look how he's framed it. He's framed it to attack the unions. You can tell he's in marketing. So let's have a look. There's some more images here. Caught in the egg crossfire. Oh, see, so they don't even care. This is the Country Women's Association. There's a lot of silver-haired women at these events. There's a lot of older women in the country there. And they do a lot of good. A poster thrown an egg. A protester. No, a criminal. A thug. She's a thug. Outside the venue, the alleged attacker told reporters she didn't mean to knock the other woman down. Oh, well, you know, don't worry. I'm sure all your other beliefs won't have unintended consequences. Oh, these people, their worldview is too small. I don't want to give a report. No, thank you. I've got to go to work. No comment. Wait, she was released? She was released. Why was she released? And you don't need to go to work. You know, your vegan cafe is probably shutting down. She denied using violence. No, that's violence. Describing the action, the most harmless thing you can do. Wow. Slapping someone on the back of the head, that's a coward punch, if you connect properly, isn't the most harmless thing you can do. That just shows you the psychosis these people are in. We're now at a time where left-wing leaning people are using acts of political violence. Sure, it's just eggs, but that's today. And don't tell me, Florian, the slippery slope will never happen. BS. It happens. We're seeing it here. That's not a false argument anymore, not when it's strategic. It is understood the young woman was protesting the coalition's asylum seeker policy. Oh, of course she was. So she thought she'd crack an egg on it. But then she doesn't want to give a report. She doesn't want to say anything. Why not? Isn't that the whole point of getting media attention for your cause? Unbelievable. It's the second time in 2 months that a politician has been egged. Yep. We've already read about Anning. So Anning punched him out. So yes, there you go, guys. An update to it. So she wasn't arrested. She was let go. Innocent people are being pushed down. And when you're that age, no disrespect to the lady, but the older you get, the more dangerous it is just to fall over. It can damage your bones. It can hurt your entire body. So this is just nuts. That this type of crap needs to stop. They should just arrest her, put her in the lockup even for a day for doing this. You shouldn't be allowed to egg someone at all. That's assault. That is assault. You shouldn't be allowed to smack an egg in the back of someone's head and then walk away to work. No. You should be taken away and put in the lockup for at least a day just to make an example. Because what if there was something, people can empty these eggs and put other things in them. We're going to have to start getting bloody egg carton searches for this type of stuff. It's crazy. It really, really is. Well, guys, let me know what you think. Do you think the protester should have been let to go home? What about Scomo's linking it to union thuggery? If you're in small business, let me know if you've experienced it, because I know some people who have personally. So yeah, guys, please, thanks for joining me for this episode. Like, share, and subscribe, and ding the bell to see my daily updates. I'll see you all again later. Bye for now.